In a surprising turn, Ryan Garcia took a dig at Oscar de la Hoya, the owner of Golden Boy Promotions, during a press conference before his bout against Oscar Duarte. This action drew a response from Gervonta Davis, who had previously fought Garcia earlier in the year.
I talked to a few of my, I'll say, future champions, mainly.
Garcia also aimed a jab at Bernard Hopkins, a minority partner of Golden Boy Promotions. Hopkins didn't appreciate Garcia's remarks and responded saying, "My career is cemented. I'm good." There has been ongoing tension between Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions, and the recent statements have sparked curiosity about what led Garcia to suddenly speak out. Garcia surprised everyone by targeting both Oscar de la Hoya and Bernard Hopkins in his remarks. His comments, seen as a direct criticism of the integrity and decisions of these boxing icons, sparked considerable controversy within the boxing community. Garcia's outburst toward his promoter was somewhat anticipated, particularly following recent statements made by the Golden Boy Promotions CEO and minority partner Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins, a revered figure in the sport, provided feedback on Garcia's technique, highlighting areas for improvement to enhance Garcia's standing as a fighter. What angered Garcia were the remarks made by the Hall of Famer concerning Garcia's poor form. Hopkins suggested that if Garcia couldn't overcome Duarte, he should consider retiring from boxing. These comments didn't sit well with the young boxer, leading to a vocal disagreement between the two. Garcia strongly believes that as long as he keeps winning, his style shouldn't be altered. He emphasized that the boxing world should appreciate the diversity in fighting styles. "Whether I finish or continue boxing after this fight, he doesn't decide that. My coach, my team, everyone who grinds with me day in and day out decides that," Garcia stated. However, this wasn't the only instance when Hopkins took a jab at Garcia. Back in July, following Garcia's 7th-round knockout loss to Gervonta Tank Davis in April, Hopkins made critical remarks about Garcia. This occurred after a series of conflicts between Garcia and de la Hoya. Garcia had expressed dissatisfaction when his promoter, de la Hoya, failed to attend his post-fight press conference after the bout with Gervonta Davis. De la Hoya justified his absence by citing death threats he had received. Similarly, Hopkins was also absent, and instead, Eric Gomez, the president of Golden Boy Promotions, attended. Despite this, Garcia did not hold back his frustration. "After the fight, nobody was there for me. My team just didn't come to the press conference. Somebody betrayed me in camp. I was left with that feeling that Tank's team cared about me more than my own team," Garcia stated. Hopkins responded by highlighting the difference between handling situations like a responsible adult versus pointing fingers and playing the blame game. He described Oscar as the man and Ryan as the boy in reference to dealing with such significant matters. He insinuated that being a man means taking ownership and responsibility. On the other hand, he criticized Garcia, hinting that he was acting like a whining boy. Garcia didn't take Hopkins's comments well and took to his social media to express his disagreement. "I don't recall making excuses for my loss. I simply mentioned that certain members of my team displayed disloyalty, which has no bearing on the fight but everything to do with integrity. I'm just trying to assist Oscar. I've never witnessed a promoter attacking their own fighter like this," Garcia said. Additionally, Garcia targeted Oscar de la Hoya in his criticism. De la Hoya raised doubts about Garcia's marketability in today's, implying that Garcia's image might not align with the ideal boxing figure expected by the audience. Despite being a prominent athlete, De La Hoya's remarks didn't sit well with Garcia, who sees himself as a significant figure in modern-day boxing. Garcia pointed out his substantial fan base and widespread popularity as evidence of his market appeal. During the altercation, De La Hoya's displeasure was evident in his facial expressions, as Garcia vigorously defended both his personal brand. Garcia made it clear at the conference that he wasn't just another boxer, but a brand in his own right. The essence of being unapologetically himself is what Ryan Garcia claims drives his immense popularity. His outspokenness and commitment to breaking boundaries make Garcia a captivating figure in the boxing world. With his fiery nature, Garcia fearlessly confronts influential figures, sparking impassioned discussions about the sport's future. His robust response to criticism illustrates his deep passion for the sport and his willingness to fight for his career, both inside and outside the ring. Refusing to let setbacks like a knockout by Joseph June define him, Garcia asserts his readiness to showcase his skills regardless of critics' opinions. While some critics fear that the feud between these boxers could harm Garcia's reputation, it's undeniable that it has made an impact. The skilled boxer has left a significant impact on the sport. His thrilling bouts and unique persona have drawn a fresh cohort of young fans to boxing. Criticism and controversies seem to solidify Garcia's status as the captivating figure he is. How did Oscar de la Hoya respond to Garcia's remarks during the press conference? In an interview with Fight Hub following the press conference, de la Hoya attempted to clarify the situation between Garcia and Hopkins. He referred to Garcia as a younger individual and asserted that there was a misunderstanding regarding what was mentioned by Bebop during the Alexis Rocha press conference. Bernard stated that, as a legend, a fighter, a hero, he would retire after another loss. When dealing with younger individuals, it's challenging to convey such messages. Then you have Ryan saying this and that, which is all BS. Bernard expressed what he would do personally as a legend, a fighter, but he didn't suggest Ryan should follow suit. So when dealing with younger individuals, it's challenging to communicate. De La Hoya didn't stop there. After the press conference incident, expressed concern about Garcia's mental state and used critical language about Garcia's previous mental health issues. Some believe De La Hoya was upset, with one user commenting, "Oscar is just mad because Ryan cooked them." Former users found the deleted remarks from the ex-champion distasteful, like one user who mentioned, "Playing off mental health is lame." Certain tweets called for an end to the Garcia-De La Hoya agreement. This dysfunctional partnership needs to end. Some criticized Golden Boy for the situation. If you really believe that, you should cancel his fight. Others looked for a way forward after the incident, but the post has been deleted. Ryan should concentrate on his tasks. Oscar is probably frustrated, but should take the higher path. Some former users expressed waning support and dissatisfaction with Oscar de la Hoya. "I used to admire de la Hoya as a fighter, but as a promoter, he's turned into a negative figure." Imagine saying something like that about one of your own fighters. And it wasn't only users on X who commented on the drama. Gervonta Davis also responded to everything that happened at the press conference. Well, it seems like Davis is enjoying the unfolding situation right in front of him. Fan and Boxing went into a controversy involving Ryan Garcia, Bernard Hopkins, and Oscar de la Hoya. The host conducted an in-depth analysis of the situation, shedding light on the complexities and underlying issues within the boxing industry. Fannin started by providing context, explaining how the tensions unfolded within the 135 and 140 pounds divisions. The focus centered on the strained relationship between Gervonta, Tank, Davis's camp, and Ryan Garcia's camp, particularly in the build-up to Garcia's fight with Duarte. Fannin described the situation at Golden Boy Promotions as chaotic, emphasizing how it had extended into the premier boxing champion scene. Fannin highlighted Ryan Garcia's recent outburst, where he openly criticized Bernard Hopkins. He noted Garcia's assertion that his career's fate would be decided by his team. This statement directly addressed Hopkins's perceived overreach in his role at Golden Boy. The conversation then shifted to Oscar de la Hoya's involvement in the conflict. Fannin expressed his opinion that De La Hoya has a history of damaging relationships with fighters. He highlighted that both Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia have experienced issues with Golden Boy. Fannin also mentioned Gervonta Davis's reaction to the situation. Davis previously had a confrontation with Bernard Hopkins during a weigh-in. Fannin described Davis's response as indicative of the broader issues within Golden Boy, where fighters feel unsupported or pitted against each other. Fannin utilized this controversy to delve into the wider concerns surrounding boxing promotion and management. He asserted that being a successful boxer doesn't inherently equate to being a proficient businessman or promoter. From his perspective, Oscar de la Hoya and Bernard Hopkins lacked the essential skills required for effective promotion in today's era. He described the Golden Boy situation as potentially limited due to significant mismanagement. Fannin stressed the influence of these management problems on fighters. He highlighted how Ryan Garcia, despite his skill and popularity, is currently entangled in legal disputes and facing challenges in managing his career while under Golden Boy's management. It appears that Ryan Garcia has faced significant difficulties during his time with Golden Boy Promotions. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.